Mic check 1 2 1 2. Here we go. We are live.
Yo.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Barnes Bros stream.
Yep.
We got some fun topics today.
Yeah, let's talk about these NBA playoffs.
They've been
Tell
crazy.
where we are.
The playoffs have been crazy this year.
I don't have much to celebrate anymore. Pay attention to.
Yeah, all of what got you back into the NBA is now over with. So
it definitely is. Which is funny though. Now I've been watching like highlights on just random YouTube channels like what does it say the announcer makes it's devastated, but it gets more and more devastating. Like each call, their calls or whatever. But,
that's funny.
Or it gets more clutch shots, but they get more clutch each time. And all that. So that's where I've been.
Yeah, NBA YouTube could be an interesting place to be.
Yeah.
You can get lost on a rabbit hole with with that. But so let's start with the main topic is LeBron got swept.
Yeah,
it's over. That was a nice little run with the Rockets. It was a nice little fun time, you know. All the memes were fun, were cool. All the comparisons of you seeing LeBron and Bronny play. That might be part of the Lakers' problem. They didn't let Bronny play.
Out there, man. That would have made all the difference. I felt like LeBron did a lot more in the first series, and you could just put down LeBron. But I also feel like the play style, like maybe because Austin Reeves came back, like it just switched up.
Yeah.
Like the role that he was playing on the court, because he shouldn't have to play that role if at least Austin Reeves is back.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I don't know. Sad. I don't know if Austin Reeves was still hurt. I don't know what the situation was.
Yeah,
but
he was just not hit. Really.
He just didn't think he was all the way there. He had like moments and stuff for sure, but yeah. So I would say this NBA playoffs will go down in history as one I will always remember as all the memes, all the funny moments.
Yeah.
You got refs getting ready to fight coaches. I think it was Tony Brothers. Something happened, and it was the coach for the Timberwolves said something to him. He like jumped at him, and some of the players had to hold him back. It was like, what in the world is happening?
I didn't see that. That's crazy.
But it's been interesting playoffs for a lot of the young players. Like I think most people think that the Timberwolves are supposed to just be done, but they're not giving up. They were putting up a fight. Well, actually,
they're playing Spurs, right?
Yeah, I say that, but let me double check that. I'm not quite sure where that series is.
I think I'm going for the Spurs, and that one I was going for the Sixers, and they got swept by the Knicks of all people.
That's another one.
I don't even understand that. You know.
Yeah. That's another one. I was like let's see, it's 2-3. Yeah, so Spurs are at 3-2.
So today, what are they playing on? Am I gonna be able to watch it?
TV. It's on.
The TV stream.
Where we see that? Oh, okay. Let's see. It is on
Prime. Okay,
it's on Prime. So it starts at 9:30.
Well, maybe I'll watch that tonight. Spurs is who I'm rooting for in this regard.
But so that'll be the next, possible battle between two faces of the leagues right there. Anthony Edwards versus Victor Wembanyama. Anthony Edwards is technically hurt too. So
okay, let me say that Spurs versus OKC. What do you see happening there?
That's tricky. I probably would still lean. I guess it depends on how they look tonight. The OKC has been dominant. They've swept both rounds, so they haven't lost a game yet.
Because the Knicks aren't trash. You gotta understand. I've never seen the Knicks not be trash, so this is weird.
Yeah, in our lifetime, I mean, they've been like okay at moments. Like when they had Melo for a little bit, they were like okay, but So I don't know because the OKC hasn't been challenged yet.
I don't see OKC wins.
She said what?
OKC wins.
She said OKC wins.
But, all right, watching OKC against the Lakers felt like watching the Warriors, but not in a good way. Like,
which version of the Warriors?
Probably when KD was on the team. I mean, even when it was just the Splash Brothers, they were still kind of doing stuff. But it's like you're annoyed because they're not the team you're rooting for. It wasn't in a good way. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean,
feel like the industry plant dynasty.
Well, they definitely aren't like beloved. So I'll say that. But outside of OKC, I don't think people would be like really love them. And a lot of people get mad at SGA for being what they call him, like a foul baiter.
Oh.
So he plays for the whistle or stuff like that. He's doing stuff to get fouled. People don't like that. They call it unethical hoops.
Oh, okay. Really?
That's
Okay.
what it's called.
I don't think hoops been ethical in a while. But I would say this. The last thing, I was saying I was interested and plugged in was the Warriors versus Cavs. Back-to-back series like that. But I will say, actually, I did have a little bit of interest when Kawhi Leonard was running things.
Oh.
His miniature taking over the league for 2.5 seconds, and then
when he was playing for the Raptors.
Yeah,
that one season.
yeah, that was
a run.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was fun. But then it's like, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the few moments I've watched Wemby play, it is ridiculous watching him play.
Yeah.
My brain can't
Computers
calculate the
happening.
physics of his size and his physicality of movement. Like every time he moves, I'm afraid he's going to hurt himself just because he looks like his body can't handle it.
Yeah,
but then he moves like he's fine. I'm like, this is weird. Like, I want to see his longevity. Like he's very young, right? I'm very curious. To
Yeah.
She's already said you because SGA is on the ground in the game.
SGA is on the ground a lot. So SGA is what the kids call an aura farmer.
Oh, okay.
So he has a lot of aura, SGA. Just like, so if you just go to like TikTok or YouTube and just type in SGA like clips, like it's very funny though. He's like very into fashion. He's just super calm and cool and collected. So everything he does is like, he has this one line where he says it, and like the people are interviewing him post game, and like the Thunder do something, the whole team kind of comes together while one person's getting interviewed. And the reporter was like, "Yeah, how do you do this? You're just so consistent. You do all this stuff." And he's like, "Well, my whole life is consistent." And then everyone's like, "Oh my God, SGA just."
What is this with? But you touched on outfits, not that. But then they get into the streaming thing. What's with these athletes having side quests in other lives outside of sports? I don't know if I like this too much. I want your life to be 100% on that court. You don't have anything else going on.
Are you talking about Jaylen Brown?
Is he the one that streams? Well, I thought there's more than one person who streams.
So Kyrie Irving has been streaming for probably like the past year and a half.
Is he still playing?
He's been hurt since last year. He
got nothing better to do.
So I think that's why he's been streaming.
So the era of NBA streaming. But the problem is we're going to get information that we're not supposed to have. We're supposed to wonder and rumor. Is there problems in the locker room? Are Shaq and Kobe secretly not friends? Like we're not supposed to actually have definitive answers to this stuff.
Can you imagine?
Yes, Shaq 100% would have been streaming.
Shaq would have been 100% the ultimate streamer, ultimate troll. He would have been an amazing streamer.
And it would just work more into the whole thing of he don't work hard enough. That whole thing,
I feel like Kobe wouldn't have, probably not, because he would have been too busy in the. I feel like Kobe would have just been.
He would have tweeted a lot.
Oh yeah, he probably, but he probably would have been calling out teammates and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but Shaq stream. I can just see it. That would have been such a.
Shaq would have been a streamer.
That would have been ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Yeah, it would have been crazy. Yeah.
I know you were talking about because of Jaylen Brown from the Celtics. So he's been on his tirade.
Oh really?
Basically talking about how he was calling out the Sixers because they beat the Celtics.
Yeah.
So he was like, Joel Embiid's a flopper.
Flopper. You have no reason to be talking. Sixers should not have won that, first of all.
It did. And then people were getting started like saying like, okay, what's wrong with him? Because he said that this was his most favorite year of basketball he's ever played.
Oh, I did see that, yeah.
And people were like, well, shouldn't you say, because like, he didn't even win a championship. Yeah. But this was the year he was up for, Jaylen Brown was up for MVP considerations. And then the Celtics was his team, because Jason Tatum was hurt the whole year. So people were like, is he like low key throwing like, Jason Tatum.
You're not supposed to know this stuff. We're supposed to have these dope like Waj like level reporters who can only get us random information through black phone, pay phone ring. Now it's just you want to just regurgitate it and tell us straight up. We're not supposed to know this stuff.
All they do now is just talk about. I feel like all they talk about is when somebody got to get traded.
That's like
that's about it.
But that's gonna get streamed. People gonna be on the stream getting traded.
Probably. But I know you saw now. Also, Dylan Brooks was on a streamer stream. So there have been a lot of.
I mean, but in all seriousness, good for these young guys diversifying quickly. Yeah. You don't know how long your career is going to last. You get injured,
sure, especially if you're not a star player.
In your personal interest, I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying. But that being said, all right, getting back to LeBron. What's next?
Yeah, what's next?
So
he's
got another year in him. I'll say that.
Yeah, at least one more year, probably. And I kind of agree with people who say he wants the farewell tour.
Yeah,
he's going to want the Kobe treatment.
Yeah,
I don't see why he wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
So It's hard to say because I think that I would be like just stay with the Lakers, but it kind of seems like the Lakers don't want him no more. Oddly enough,
Are
like
they? It's almost like I think they got their money out of him,
yeah,
and it's like we got to start building for the future because once
yeah,
you're
building on
gone,
Luka.
like if we are the ones to give you your farewell tour, we put all this effort into you, we're not gonna be left with anything once you're gone.
yeah, well, yeah, well,
So I
that's
see
what happened
him.
with Kobe.
I see Bronny getting traded.
Yeah, I don't see Bronny. I mean, they would have to really love Bronny.
No, he's not. He's getting release traded, whatever. The
Yeah,
options are.
probably
I don't
traded
know.
to whatever team LeBron goes to. Because if he's not done playing, so the only other place I would say okay, sure would be the Cavs, but that's very predicated upon what the Cavs do. If the Cavs, because first I was thinking that they was about to get like just took out by Detroit,
Yeah,
but they're up 3-2 right now, I believe, in that series, and they're showing some signs of life.
but I don't think it matters because they're not winning.
But that's what I'm saying. But if
The
I
finals.
think if they make it to the finals, I don't know if LeBron can go back. I mean, maybe if they just win a
Would
championship.
James Harden want to play with him?
Well, they probably get rid of James Harden. That's probably what they would do.
I mean, I don't think there's any. Well, I'll put it like this. You're right because is getting LeBron on your team going to get you close to a championship?
Depending on the team, I would say it can, but you have to have the right structured team for that.
I don't know. I think they might as well stay with you. I think you're
He's
right.
a piece. If you add him to like think about like the Sixers. Like I heard someone say, I was listening to a podcast today. I heard someone say something about it. But I'm like, yeah, imagine if LeBron was on that Sixers team. Are they getting swept by the Knicks? Maybe they still get swept. I don't know. But I'm like, if LeBron's on there, maybe it makes a difference. Like if you swap LeBron for Paul George or something like that. So like instead of having Paul George on there, you have LeBron on there. I don't know.
I want him to play with Steph Curry.
That to me seems probably it seems to the craziest thing to me, but it might be the most logical at this point because so what other team would he play for?
I mean, there's really nowhere for him to go. He might as well retire in LA. Like, there's nowhere else
That's
that
what
he
I was
needs
saying.
to go.
But if LA is not an option anymore, if they're like trying to like push him out the door, like hey, so like we're
I think the backlash from that. I mean, maybe if they could find a way for it to be mutual, but if they really had to push, I don't think they would. I think the backlash from that would be too
LeBron
much.
gonna be petty about that. There ain't gonna be no mutual. If he got forced out, we gonna know about it. He not letting that one raw slide. But apparently, I guess the Lakers have been doing backhanded stuff to him, or how he perceived as backhanded. So I don't know.
No, who did they say that they were supposedly trying to trade for Giannis?
Oh, for Giannis?
Yeah,
To where?
Lakers.
I don't know.
I don't know if it was true. It's like some rumor that it was like potentially that they were seriously showing consideration for him.
I have no idea what that trade would be because I mean maybe Austin Reeves and
Was that who they
pieces.
said?
But like
Was it
you're not
Austin
trading
Reeves?
Luka, and LeBron sure is not going to Milwaukee. He would probably retire before that.
No. I think like keep bringing Giannis over, but not like.
I mean, it'd have to be a package. I think built around would have to be built around Austin Reeves. Not saying it's a great package.
Milwaukee Bucks have made Giannis available on the trade block, but a trade to the Lakers is highly complicated.
Yeah,
It'll have to be a sign and trade involving Austin Reeves and multiple first-round picks.
yeah, and probably some more teams too, like to get multiple teams involved to get them more stuff. I mean, I guess if they just want to get off of Giannis, then they could just do the Austin Reeves thing, which I actually could see Austin Reeves in Milwaukee.
But they also said maybe Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, I mean,
Dalton
basically,
Connect. How you say his name?
Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw everybody. It basically would just trade the whole team. If they'll take that, if they've given up trying to get equal value for Giannis Antetokounmpo, how do you say his last name? Antetokounmpo. If they've given up trying to get equal value and they're just trying to get rid of him, then sure, just here we keep LeBron and Luka, and you take everybody else. That team is going to be so weird.
I have no idea what that look like. I would probably watch it, but I don't know what it look like.
It'd be something to watch. But I don't understand how that team would work at all. I really don't, because I don't. This way, LeBron proved he can play different styles. Giannis is not like a shooter, and he's not a traditional big man where he's just gonna be like DeAndre Ayton down low. He has to have the ball in his hand, and that's Luka. So I don't know. Maybe they'll do something. But
Everybody was so mad at Ayton.
for not doing nothing. He has like moments. He's an interesting one because when I watch the games, I didn't really watch much of this series, but when I was watching him play, he'll have moments like, oh yeah, he fought hard for the rebound.
In the first series, I feel like he did all right.
Yeah.
The second series, though, I don't know where he was.
It's just like what in the world happened? Rui Hachimura's value is sky high.
No, he's good, and Marcus Smart. They both were like the MVPs of both series. Like they did good.
Marcus Smart is just kind of like toward the end, so I don't know if anybody would want to trade for him. The Lakers may not bring Rui back, but they can definitely get if they like. Oh, he might be a free agent.
Maybe it's not bad if he goes somewhere else for his own personal career.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he might be better off somewhere else.
We'll see though, because that happens. I feel like people leave LeBron and they actually end up not being that good. But he seems like he was actually like legit himself good. Like looking at him, I didn't get the feeling of this guy's actually a scrub. He just happens to be playing better. But yeah, so it's interesting. We kind of mentioned the Knicks, but they're also out there sweeping teams and they're blowing teams out like it's nobody's business. Yeah. So I'm very curious to see how that goes.
Look, they may make it to the finals, but they're not beating anybody in the West. It's just not happening.
Yeah, because so the final to me is it's gonna come down to either the Spurs or
I'm
OKC.
gonna root for the Spurs because I really like OKC. Something bad about it, don't like them. So I'm gonna go for the Spurs.
The OKC to me seems like if this was high school, they'd be the prep kid who's really good. But it's annoying.
Yeah.
This is like, you can't even say nothing. It's just like, like in middle school, you really weren't like that cool. But then when you were kind of annoying in middle school. But when we got to high school, like now the styles and fashions have changed. And now your style is in. So it's like, and ordinarily you wouldn't be this cool. But because of how things are, and you actually are good at what you're doing, that's OKC to me. So people would be like, I guess we will root for them.
So what do you think is going to happen with Draymond Green? Is he just retired, you think?
No. I don't think he's going to stop playing until Steph Curry stops playing.
I'm saying if he's not going to be on the Warriors.
What you mean? If he's not going, if he got traded, Draymond would probably keep playing. I don't know where he get traded to. I don't think he would get traded though. I don't think he would. 'Cause I don't think that
Where's
team.
What's his name? Why is he blanking on his name? The other Splash brother.
Oh, Klay Thompson.
Yeah, where's he at?
Klay Thompson's on the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, because if he's not on the team, like.
Yeah, but I feel
can get traded.
They say, I think that Draymond makes things easier for Steph. I think Steph, not that he needs him to be, but like Draymond really does a lot of the facilitating of the game that Steph doesn't really have to do.
Yeah.
So that's why it would just be a very different Steph Curry. So if they got rid of Draymond, I would think that it's because they're getting LeBron. But LeBron and Draymond are friends, so they probably would still play together. I think that he would like to play with Draymond as well. Yeah. It'd be interesting. But also Jimmy Butler's still on the team.
On what team?
The Golden State Warriors. He just got hurt. Yeah, he was hurt this year. It was probably before you were watching anything.
Yeah, no, I didn't know
Jimmy
that.
Butler's was on there. So Jimmy Butler was basically serving that role of like LeBron. He's kind of like a LeBron type of player. He's not LeBron, but I'm just saying he's like a type of like person who's really good at a lot of stuff and can kind of fill a lot of roles for a team. That's kind of like that role. So I guess LeBron would just be like a better version, older, but better version of that. Yeah, I don't think I feel like the Warriors are kind of done. Like, sorry to all you Warriors fans out there.
Oh, no, I agree.
But I just don't, as great as Steph is, there's really no team. Like, I don't know. The team's not really built to do anything, really, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even if you get LeBron, you just got a bunch of old dudes. And we see LeBron can get gas now.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry, unfortunately, does kind of get hurt a lot. Like, he had a long stretch where he first came in the league, they say he had like brittle ankles because he was hurting his ankles all the time. Then he kind of got over that and had this good stretch when it was winning championships. He won't getting hurt for real. Now he's like, it seems like he's starting to like get hurt more. Like every year there's some type of injury. So I don't know that put him. It'll be cool to see, of course. Like when we saw them in the Olympics play, LeBron and Steph Curry duo, which is a cool thing to see. But you got to think about the fact that there also was all these other really high-level players on that team. You had Kevin Durant, and already that messes stuff up. for you. You have all the other players. Steph can just be Steph. I think that's what makes him great. But he's like, Steph, you just run around and you do your thing and you just be great. And LeBron's gonna always put somebody in position to win. That's just who he is as a player. So LeBron needs at this point where he showed it in the Rocket series. He still can do that. He has a few embers left of all for one. I'm always do that. One for all left that he's holding on to, so he can every once in a while pull it out and pull out I don't know what's one of All Might's most
Detroit Smash.
Yeah, he can do a good old Detroit Smash.
But that was
every
what
once
was
in a
clear in
while.
the second series. It was like LeBron could do more, but what he would have to leave out on the court just to win one game would not be sustainable for 4 games. So it was no point really.
And Austin wasn't doing enough, and Luka wasn't coming back. So if it was like Luka will be back in 2 games, LeBron may have been like, all right, I can try to do something. Not that he didn't try, but I'm just saying, like you're saying, it's like expend himself to the point of
there was nothing for that. So well, interesting. Next season should be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one. Depending on what happens with this one, if Victor Wembanyama somehow makes it to the NBA Finals and wins it, the Spurs win it, I think it's GG's. I think we're done.
That's just the league from now on.
Yeah, that's it. Because the Spurs are weird. It's because they're a very good team. Even because he had I think they ended up losing that game. He got ejected.
Yeah, he
in one of the games.
Yeah.
But the team it's not like the team can't function without him. They are built to function without him. He's like he obviously takes them over the top, but it is kind of like having like a crew of people who are really good players. All these players probably could be their own individual like stars on their own teams. OKC is a good team, but I do think they need Shea. Like if you took SGA off the team, I still think that they would be good, but I don't know that they would be able to sustain the same like the Spurs can. So I don't know. They might have a chance of getting them. They might have a chance. We'll see.
All right, what's up next?
All right, so we got some gaming news. Nothing major. Well, one thing I'll talk about is that Steam Machine seems to have some leaks.
Can it leak out to release?
Let's do.
Kind of waiting on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how this is going to go. Let me make sure you guys are seeing that. I think they should be seeing that. Wow, that's
to go to
confusing
OBS
issue. I'm clicking on everything but that.
No, I know what you're trying to do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wanted to make it big. There we go. All right. So new details on Steam Machine. So I thought this was funny. Apparently, something happened with the controllers.
Oh, but the scalpers got it.
So I was just like, what in the world? I saw something that said that they're trying to do something to keep.
We're going to do a reservation system.
Okay.
Probably meant you can only do one per person. So you can't just buy as many as you want.
Which probably would be for the best, because that did happen with the PS5 and it jacked the prices all up. But I saw we were talking about the different tiers. All right, so the different configurations for it. Like they said you have the 4 package breakdown strongly implies multiple models will be available at launch.
So there's 4 distinct Steam Machine packages, so we'll see.
Yeah, so right now we got a 5, which I'm surprised.
512 is useless.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, why did you make a 512?
Like, what is the point of that?
What in the heck? And 2 terabyte configuration.
It should be 1 and 2.
I'm saying one should start it, but the nature of the remaining 2 is unconfirmed.
Unless they just really want to have one console that's underneath a certain price point, so they can advertise that.
I guess
like
so.
Starting at this dollar value, maybe the 512 is only going to do that.
But I just don't know. Like I'm thinking about because that's like that's like a game that's gonna all your games have to be digital. Well, I mean, it's like that anyway now. I'm just thinking about all the games you can get. There's so many 100 plus gig games out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, the price is right going to be ridiculous though.
Yeah.
Any system that comes out in the I don't know when the PS6 is supposed to be on the horizon or whatever, but y'all need to wait till we get this RAM shortage figured out.
I wonder what is Steam using? I don't know if it says, but I am curious to know like they're using AMD or Nvidia.
I don't know, but their prices have gone up too. That's why we don't have any Steam Decks out for that same reason. I
am curious about that. I want to know what they're using. Steam.
I don't know. It's that Micron Technology stocks have been steadily doing well.
You said who's stock?
Micron Technology, they make the memory for. Oh, first off, well, never mind. You good?
Yeah, because I'm wondering. Okay, so it looks like they used AMD. That's rely on AMD processors. Okay, interesting. But yeah, I mean, at that point, it doesn't really matter because it's going to be the same for everybody.
RAM is RAM. Like we're just.
But yeah, so new consoles coming out now. It's going to be pretty interesting. Cause I'm like, oh, I was using the wrong one, but that's fine. We're off that page now.
But
yeah. So the other thing too that was talked about was actually before we move on to that, what do you think about that affecting the gaming landscape? Like, what do you see changing now?
At first I was like, it's going to change everything. I don't know if it's going to change that much. I don't know. I think some people will still not hop on the Steam train just because you're a heavy PC or you're heavy PlayStation, Xbox. And I think Steam Machine will get a lot of people, but I think it's just going to be people who are Steam fans.
Okay.
They'll just have it. But it's probably not going to be as life-changing as it should be. And I think it's also going to be because Steam doesn't care. Like, they don't have any need to promote this in a heavy way. Like, we're the new kid on the block. We're going to change the industry. Like, I don't even know why they're doing this, to be honest with you. There's really no need for them to do this. I'm not saying it's bad. I like it. It's helpful to me. But, like, I really don't even know why they're doing it. So I don't even know what their goals are. Like, if it doesn't sell like crazy, does that even matter to them? Or is it like, it's just something else we released because we felt like releasing it? So I don't see it changing the industry as much as I think it should. But
it'll be nice to have a fourth console in there again.
Yeah.
It's like, take me back to like the Sega Genesis days. More competition. But it is interesting to think about because I am wondering, are they in it? So, like, is Steam in it for, like, is Valve in it for the love of the game?
I think so. I legitimately think everything they do pretty much for the love of the game, except for Half-Life Volume 3. But they don't love that.
Which they refuse to
Part
make.
3, Volume, whatever.
But yeah, it's interesting because I'm like, that does seem like it could. Are they doing it because they want to innovate? Because, like, gaming industry, innovation in gaming don't really, which is crazy as that seems, like they don't go together.
No.
Like, I feel like when you think about all that, we have innovation happening in finances. We have with cryptocurrency. We have innovation in technology, artificial intelligence, AI. But gamers are so anti-change. So I'm like, how do we innovate in this industry? Yep. I'm like, but then I'm thinking, like, mobile gaming. Now you have games being built on blockchains. So I don't know. I think gaming is innovating on the outskirts.
I think the innovation will have to happen like a completely AI generated video game. Gamers, you're right. Gamers are the most anti-technology people in the world. They just are.
Except for like the look of things. Like, I need the highest graphics possible. This has to be running at 60 frames per second.
But that's graphics.
Oh, and hardware. So yeah, you're right.
But you're right. Technological progress. If it was only gamers, we would be nowhere.
Yeah.
Technological progress happens first, and then games sort of catch up.
Yeah.
But gamers hated mobile gaming. Gamers hated always online.
Yeah.
Which is directly connected to like cloud and all that kind of stuff. So if it was up to gamers, technology would not progress at all. I don't really know. Like, I feel like there was a time where I thought there was this bubble and gaming would collapse. But I think it just kind of is a self-perpetuating thing. Like, it's just you're going to always have AAA. You're going to have indie.
There's no middle,
and thanks to Steam, like, anybody can just make a game. And if a streamer picks it up, it could go viral, go crazy for about 5 minutes, and then collect your money, save it up, because then it's going to go away. And then that's it. Like, I think it's just the way it is right now. And it's almost like two separate things. Like, you could, like, Call of Duty is going to come out, and it's going to make money, right? But the streamers are going to be playing some low graphically based game that's like about the back rooms or about some theater mascot, a horror game, whatever like that. They're probably not going to stream Call of Duty but for 5 minutes, if at all. But it's like, but both can be just successful. It's almost like two different industries we're dealing with here. And so I don't know. Then you got Nintendo doing its own thing. So
yeah, they always do their own thing. But I am thinking though, like into like the future, like Gen Alpha. I want to know I think they're playing like Roblox and stuff like that. And games, like, to me, they're more inclined to go to where the future of gaming is where I think is going, where it's like these sandboxes and platforms that you like. I mean, we've kind of been there for a while anyway, like Fortnite and stuff like that. But ones that have multiple use cases, like you can make anything, like Fortnite's a platform, stuff like that. Not Fortnite, Roblox. There's probably other games like that I'm not aware of. But
Minecraft kinda was like the forerunner to that sort of thing.
Yeah, like you can build other things in there.
So games that let you make games and play games.
Yeah, and there's like a community built into it. So I'm just because like. The other games are surviving, but it's almost kind of like imagine that millennials and Gen X who still play are like how we would perceive boomers.
Yeah.
Like it's holding it up now, but like, 100 years from now, like what was that going to look like? You know what I mean? Or like 50 years from now when Gen X is like, like if that crowd start, we start getting older and people start passing on. So, like, what's going to happen? Are we going to be like, no, keep the box?
I think if I could see anything happen in the next 50 years, consoles could just disappear because you're more likely to see younger generation, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, playing on a PC than anything else.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get caught up in the console wars.
Yeah.
Console wars is our thing. Like, that's these next generations are not going to care about any of that. That's not going to make any sense to them to carry the banner of a Sony or a Microsoft.
Right.
So I think Microsoft is doing the right thing with Game Pass, trying to just position themselves as agnostic to all this. I don't know what happens to Sony. I think Nintendo will be fine because Nintendo parents, and there's always a generation of Nintendo parents. That's the thing. They've done a good job with that. Will always pass it on to the next generation of kids.
That's true.
That's just the case. My son,
I'm about to say JJ
is a Sonic and Kirby fan, like I was a Sonic and Kirby fan.
Yeah.
He plays Sonic like his father before him. So, and I mean, obviously Sonic's on all the system, but I'm just saying he has a Switch. That's what he plays with. And it's always going to be the safest option for your kid. If you want your small kid to play video games, the safest option is going to be a Switch.
Yeah.
You don't want them on a PC where they could download anything or anything. That's going to be your safest option. So I think it's going to be Nintendo and whatever PC looks like, whether that's Steam standing above all or what, but it's just going to be that. I think that's the future.
Yeah, I think it's going to be some more games that we play. There's a lot of games that are played that aren't like the mainstream.
Yeah,
I can see a world where like the mainstream could like kind of fade away or something, not necessarily make them completely, but like I don't know, like I feel like there's more to it than just what the mainstream games are. There's a lot of people who will play games you haven't really heard of, like obscure PC games, or just playing old games that can live on forever because of like the modding community, like Bethesda games with like a Skyrim. Like there's so many mods, you don't turn it into a whole different game at this point, So I don't know. I just think that there's like that. I don't know, like there's that Wild West adventurous spirit that used to be in the gaming industry back in the day, where it was like a lot of different, like it consolidated so much to the point to where it's just like more so of playing it safe. It's very Hollywood. Like gaming is very Hollywood, and it's we do what we know will work. We do what we know is safe. We will keep doing remakes, So I don't know. I'm looking for innovation in the industry, but I'm not seeing it right now.
This kind of segues into my AI theory, which is art. What is art? Okay. Everyone's definitely going to say AI is not art. But what makes art art? And my theory is that it must originate, in order for something to be art, human ideation must precipitate whatever is created.
Okay.
And in that regard, something made with AI can be art. And of course, everyone disagree with me. But the reason why I say that is because anytime people who are very pro art, I said we're talking about video games, are kind of anti-technology. And what I think, and I need to do some research on every new technology that ever came out, like going back pre-computer, anything that is a technology that's new, and how the classical art mediums responded to those new things. Yeah. And it's saying, does this count? Like when the printing press came out, do people feel like that didn't count as well as, writing it out? Or if you the first person to type a book on a typewriter as opposed to handwrite, was there, interesting. So you might say, no, of course not. Well, yeah, the generations removed from where the new technology is, doesn't have any kind of issue with it. But whoever the technology is introduced to pushes against it.
Yeah.
So computer generated. Oh, that's an aside. I just realized, I was talking to my wife about this. There's a whole generation of people that'll never know what CG was. Because everything's just going to be AI. Like, I see people in comments now, like, oh, is this AI? And people are like, no, this is CG. And they don't know what CG is. They just now think that anything that is not a human being doing it is AI generated. It's like, no, we have something called computer graphics. Like, this is something different. But anyway, so
I know that had a hate when it first came out.
So yeah, computer generated graphics. Tron was not eligible to win an Oscar. You know, now we have a category for it, and no one thinks bad about it. We applaud Jurassic Park. We applaud some of the, if there was an earlier maybe MCU movie that did a good job with CGI. There's CG Avatar. You know, there's CG stuff that we actually applaud to say, you know, this is good, and we don't have a problem calling it art. Now, video games, and then people still debate this now. It took a long time for them to be called art. Again, something new. Yeah. A different differentiation of the medium, but ultimately, as people cool down and calm down, when you realize that it takes a human's idea, that's what I mean by ideation, being to put input to whatever the medium is, whether that's a pencil, whether that's a pickaxe, and you're sculpting something, whether it's your direct hands, whether it's a paintbrush, so long as there's a human on the other side of it giving the medium input, then I think it's art. And so CG is art, and video games is art, or can be art, if there's a human being giving it. So everybody's like, well, and that's the reason why AI never be art. Yeah, but we're forgetting, at the end of the day, an AI, as complex as it is, and as much thinking as it does, it's still a program. It's still an application. It still involves APIs. It's still just a computer, and it requires input, or it does nothing. Even if it only needs one input and then it just goes in perpetuity, it still needs input first. It must be given an instruction. And so it requires humanity. It requires a human's ideation. So even if the new medium, but that's not a paintbrush, is a prompt, it still is a human being's ideation telling the AI what to generate. And that's why there are artists and creators using it now, because it's making their job easier. The artists and creatives who are using it are not using it because it lets them not do their job. It makes it easier for them to do their job, to get their art out into the world, whatever that may be. So have a problem with it, that's fine and all that. But I do think that AI is no different from any other technology. Eventually, it will get its time at the Oscars. It'll get whatever, and it'll be considered an art form. It'll just be called AI generated art or whatever. But the fact that there's a human being making it happen, it's going to eventually be accepted as art. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I think so.
But yeah, it probably would take it a while. I mean, I would like to do a deep dive on that too, to see how long it took some of these other ones to do it.
And again, the other thing, I know people are saying, well, the difference is it's stealing everyone else's art because it's pulling from the entire internet, things like that. But here's the thing: a computer cannot do something a human being can't do. It can do it faster. It can do it more efficiently. But if it's pulling from all these references and then generating something, that is what human beings do. We are all pulling from our references and generating something. Yeah. Computers are doing it more. AI is doing it more efficiently, much faster, more advanced, pulling from more, because I haven't seen some things on the internet, but it has seen generally everything on the internet. So it's a more advanced way of doing it, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. And I think that's the uncomfortable reality of it. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be guardrails around it and all that. I'm fine. But I am just saying, I think at the end of the day, it will be accepted as art at some point.
Yeah, no, I can. I mean, I definitely can see. I can see where you're coming from for that. Like, it probably will be at some point accepted as it. Yeah, I'm curious. I think right now there's such a vocal. I think we're going to have to just see stuff that's like done well. It's so early in its infancy that I think once we see something that's like really done well, that people might start coming around on it.
Well, a lot of stuff is being done well. It's not that it's not being done well. Like every day that's like, oh, AI will never be as good as humans because this is that and the other. In a month, it's advanced beyond that.
Yeah.
People just don't like it. They don't like it inherently. What's going to change is those people will eventually pass away. That's really what's going to happen.
Well, right.
Those people are not going to care because there's a generation of kids being born who will exist in an AI-only world. So they're not going to see it any different. So unless they have parents teaching them, hey, AI, and most people don't actually care or know what's going on. Yeah. Like you also got to understand when it comes to AI, we're plugged in the tech stuff, we're plugged into video games, we're plugged into finance, stuff like that. So we know these things.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who still don't even know what AI is. Like this is not at the front of their conscience. There are people who are worried up on Twitter every day, angry about this, arguing about it. They think the whole world is concerned about this. There's people who they don't care.
Yeah.
They're just working their day job. AI is going to it has ended up on their phones, and they don't really see how it's any different from Google Search or their Google Assistant that they were using before anyway.
Yeah.
It was a voice talking to them when they asked their questions, and it's still a voice talking to ask the questions.
Right.
It's just a little bit more advanced, a little faster, a little smarter. That's all that it matters to them. So there are people who it's not going to. There's only a very few vocal minority who actually care.
Yeah.
To the positive or the negative.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, that's a good point. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. I think that the exception in the Oscars would take a while, but it could get there.
It ain't gonna take that long because the Oscars need to stay relevant.
Well, the Oscars struggles to be relevant even
I'm saying
without that. So
they'll do anything to get relevant, even if it's controversial.
There's so many guilds to deal with, though. Like I'm talking about the amount of strikes and stuff. I wouldn't even care to be recognized at the Oscars for AI. But yeah, I think I'm kind of thinking like if you watch it and it's like it pulls you in, it accomplished the job.
Yeah.
Like if I watch this thing, it's like, oh man, this was interesting. Like some of the best AI stuff I've seen is like the Star Wars AI stuff, and then there's a couple other things. But I think when I haven't seen something that's like narrative based that I was like, I'm watching a movie. Yeah. I think once I hit that, I'll be like, okay, that's when I would say, yeah, it is there from a technical standpoint. Like it can do it. So I don't know if it's just because it's maybe not a lot of maybe it's not filmmakers behind the technology. Maybe if more filmmakers got involved with it, then it would change it. But I guess to me, you might as well get involved with it and not stay away from it because you should probably know how to use the thing that you're afraid of. You know, it probably makes more sense to let me get in the room on this thing because then you can have a voice in it. Maybe you can be a part of regulations and things like that. But I'm thinking about like how even with like animated movies, I to this day still don't understand fully how. I guess I kind of get how it works, but like with animated movies, or like I said, like the CG ones, like they'll have cinematographers on a project, and they'll have like renowned people who have like done like major movies be cinematographers on it. And I was always like, how does that work? But they brought in somebody who was really good at lighting, and it's like, hey, this is how we do lighting in animation. Yeah. Now, I don't know fully how this works. I'm assuming this is how it goes. They're like, hey, tell us how to place the lights in this world. But it's not a real world. Yeah. So that right there shows you that you can interact with it as a professional. Like, well, that's CG. But I'm just saying, like, I just think that there's like applications, there's things you could do, like the ways you can kind of come into it. I believe once AI video editing becomes a thing, like it already is. Like it can cut clips, and I'm sure I've already seen some things that are. But I'm talking about like I open up DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro, but it's AI built into that program. It's like this is now AI editing. Yeah. Or like now we have vibe coding, we have vibe editing. Yeah. I have for the longest time have wanted something. I was like, I would think about Iron Man. You know, when like Iron Man, when he would pull up Jarvis or whatever, he can just grab things and move them around. I was like, how cool would that be? Just be to interact with his interface differently because it's so antiquated. I mean, mouse and keyboard has probably been the best way to interact with a computer. Yeah. For like we probably maxed out for human interaction in terms of what we could come up with. That was really good. But I'm like, I want to be able to. Can I just grab this and drag and pull it?
Well, I think we got to take it further. Like,
talk to it.
Why do we have keyboards? Why do we have a mouse? Because we have to give this thing input. It's machine input, and that's just the method by which we can input. Because we were putting it on the screen, so the mouse allows you to move around, click things on this screen. Because laid out in 2 dimensions, and then you need to type in your commands. Like we go back to like the DOS computers. At the end of the day, it's typing in commands. And so once we started creating launchers and programs and applications like Windows operating systems. They could have gotten away from keyboards and done something different, but they said, we'll just make it where you still communicate by typing in commands in a sense. It's still, at the end of the day, what it is. You're typing in a website, you're typing in a command, requesting the API to send you information back. But at the end of the day, just because we've been using it for so long doesn't mean it's the most efficient. It's just what we got used to. And we only had keyboards because we needed you to type in commands on DOS stuff, and we just stayed with it. We're kind of past that now. So what can we do? All that matters now is prompting is what we've always done. We just typed out commands in computer language code. It was very opaque, okay? Because you had to be a coder. You had to know the language. They invented a language to talk to the computer and encoded it. Then they made operating systems to make it a little bit easier for you, but that was a consumer-facing product. So, but you're not creating anything.
Yeah.
Now with AI, you can create. No code created. You can create things without needing to know the language.
Yeah.
So if anything, we have democratized computer programming. So now a kid can come in and just make anything. Make me an app. Make me a website. Like everybody can do everything now. What I realized was that the computer program world, websites, all that stuff was still very hierarchical. You still had to know how to do this stuff. And even if you created something like Wix, where, okay, we make it easy for you to build a website, there was still somebody holding the reins who built that so you could use it. And then you had to pay for it. But with AI, it's like, oh, I can just prompt you to create what is in my mind, which is the next advancement. That should be what we're trying to get to. We shouldn't be trying to stay on typing it in and speaking your language. Speak my language. I am telling you, I want this thing that I see in my head created. Let's do it faster. Let me speak it to you and do it. So I think the future computers is there's no interface. You're just talking to it. I remember telling Jarvis, here, do this, drop this for me. Isolate this, isolate all the voices, or give me the footage from another angle. You know, when he would that's what it'll be. It'll just be me telling you, I want this. So if I got all my footage from a day of shooting, I'm like, all right, you AI. First of all, you were with me on set, and I was communicating to you in my ear what I was doing and what the script is. I've already dropped the script into your into here. You've got all the shots in here. By the time I get back to the office, you've already got the first cut done for me. And then I'm gonna say, okay, well, drop that angle, give me the same angle, whatever, bring levels up. Like, you're just gonna talk to it. You want to talk your way through the whole process. And it's gonna be like, well, then one person can do it. You don't need a bunch of people. Well, arguably, you still need. It would be good to split it up amongst different people because you still have the eye for it. But if you're an editor, if you're a computer graphics artist, if you're a photographer, if you're a cinematographer, whatever it is, get good at AI. Because it's like I was good at writing, but typewriter came out. Okay, you're still a writer, right? Get good at typewriting. You have to see it as the medium has changed. The input model has changed. It's not that they don't need me anymore. It's just we have created, the barrier is getting shallower and shallower between ideation and creation. There used to be pens and art brushes, then it was computers, and each kept getting closer and closer and closer to where ideation creation are instantaneous. And we're so much closer now. So just look at it like that and understand you're still gonna be valuable. You just gotta learn the new tool. And the new tool is I will prompt. I will speak and create what it is that I want. That's what it is.
That's so biblical right there.
Basically, we're trying to get back to that.
Light B. God said, light B and then light
this,
was.
And this is why I believe, getting off here, this is why I believe that AI will be the critical move in the beast's kingdom. Because if he's going to stand up and try to be Jesus, he needs a Holy Spirit, and AI will be his Holy Spirit. Because what does the Spirit of God do? He hovers on the face of the waters and executes the word spoken. When the word is spoken, the Spirit of God manifests that into the third dimensional realm. What does AI do? We speak a word and it manifests into the two-dimensional realm, whatever it is that we just said. So the AI for humans is what the Holy Spirit does for God and in the supernatural. And so that is what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to speaking and then having what we spoke be created. And that's where we are with AI on a natural level.
All right, so we're about to go a little bit sci-fi with this. But it's not really that sci-fi because it's like it's real. But you said having the Holy Spirit speak, bring into the three-dimensional realm. Bring into the realm. So we're in a three-dimensional realm, speaking into a lower dimension. God's in a higher dimension, speaking into a lower. I was like, oh shoot, that's
That's basically what it is. Like that's all we're doing, and all we've done is just try to make it faster, as instantaneous as light be. You know, but because the natural world is lesser than the spiritual world, it takes so much data, it takes so much cloud computing, it takes so much water, it takes resources just
like
to do
physical real life resources to do this computer stuff.
Like to do what God can do like that, it takes a lot to do it. And that shows how advanced the power of God is. But that's what we're trying to do.
All right, this is so off topic. But there's energy at work.
All
right.
You told me to say it again.
No, I said there is energy at work even with God. We talked about this before, like we were talking about like substance of light substance.
Oh yes.
So I was like, oh shoot, but there's still energy being expended. But
anyway, Well, no, I mean, and so this probably a sci-fi story in here somewhere for that. But and I think that's what it is. And so you can push back against it, but just learn how to use it. It's just another computer.
Just
don't. get left behind and learn how to use it.
Yeah. Like, because you're right. Think about what we're going to do when quantum computing becomes a thing.
They're going faster.
Lord. Everybody's just going, I don't know what they're going to do at that point. They're going to be extra mad about it.
I mean, here's the thing. We want to access all of humanity's knowledge because that would theoretically make us smarter, right? Because the only way to get God's knowledge is through the Holy Spirit. He communicates to us exactly. He said, Jesus said, I'm sending the Holy Spirit. He will communicate everything to you that is mine. So that's quantum entanglement, basically, because Jesus is there, but the Holy Spirit is both there and here and communicating to us everything instantaneously that Jesus said and brings all things to our remembrance. So AI can search the internet for anything all throughout human history that is at least digitized and bring it to our remembrance. So if I say, hey, what happened in the war of 1912 is bringing to my remembrance what happened. Holy Spirit brings to our remembrance what Jesus said. And we have access to all the knowledge of God throughout all of human history. You got Moses writing things down that he never saw, because the Spirit of God is on the mountain with him, telling him this is what happened, and he's able to have the imagery of it and write it down. So the first 5 books are written by a man who was not there. And you look at that and say, oh, well, then it's not reliable. Well, then anything we write in the world of AI is unreliable because we're writing about things we were not there to see, and we're trusting AI to go back into human history and bring it to us. Like this is how we've always done it. So we're relying on quantum computing will allow us to do it faster. Now we're trying to do 2 things at once because we've only ever been able to do one thing at a time, 1 or 0. But what if we can do 0 and 1 at the same time? We're trying to get closer to God with natural technology. And so we're trying to have more knowledge and more instantaneous barrier between this dimension and the next. And which is what we've always had with God. So that's just what we're trying to do. We're trying to get more knowledge and we're trying to get better execution faster. And when you do that, it's like, well, people are going to get fired. Yeah, if you don't use a new medium. Like, just get very knowledgeable on the new medium, you know, and don't just use the tools that are coming out. Find out how to create the tools. Because that's what I had to challenge myself on. I'm using AI-based editing softwares, you know, short clippers, things like that. And I'm like, okay, that's fine and dandy. As an editor, I'm using this thing. As a writer, I'm using these things. But it's really not hard to create the thing that does the thing. And as long as I'm acting like I can't do that, I'm still behind the 8 ball. So I need to get involved in the actual creation of these models, the creation of these things.
Stop being just a consumer, basically.
Exactly. You have got to get into producing mode. And AI's made you more capable of producing better than ever before.
That's the thing, too. You can learn, the information is, you can just have it right at your fingertips. Like, even with, I feel like even, going to college and stuff like that, like certain things, sure. I don't want you to operate on me if you went to medical school and another person checked your work and made sure you knew what you was doing. But you have access to information that some people have to pay thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for, and be in a whole lot of debt. I can just look it up.
I mean, if it makes things simpler, so video games could get very much cheaper to make.
Yeah,
you get more games.
Have you seen any of the games? I was watching this one. The studios was challenging. I think they were using. Were they using Claude? I think they were using Claude, but they both made video games. One dude made a 2D Frogger type game, and the other guy was being more advanced, trying to do a 3D space shooter, more like a Star. You know how Star Fox was. But so his thing was struggling. Because there was so many variables it had to. And the challenge was they had to do it in 10 prompts or something like that. So it was an interesting thing to see them do it. So they were vibe coding it basically, and he was like, all right. So they would prompt it. It would pop out the game. And then they would have to go back through and say, and then you have to go.
Plus, we're checking your phone.
They have to go back through and then basically fix it and set on a prop. So it's very interesting.
No, but I mean it's going to get easier and easier. And I don't think people realize what is possible right now. It's not even about what will be possible. It's about what's possible right now. You can do some ridiculous things right now. You can make just about anything right now. You can make an app. You can make a website. You can do just about anything right now. Nothing is actually stopping you. That's just the reality of it. That's where we are. So I think we're supposed to be getting into the second hour.
Yeah, I guess at this point.
To start our vibe writing thing. Now, the downside to all this, I will admit, because some companies are just going to be stupid about this, is Disney being like, hey, let's crank out 10 Toy Story sequels. Real easy, you know.
So
let's get more movies out, make more money.
Some things, but the thing is too, if it's bad, it's bad. People aren't going to watch it. If it's not good, people won't watch it. So,
but the problem is, and we'll go on this forever. But again, a lot of people don't even know. Some people will never know that it was AI.
Well, yeah,
It'll make enough, and it's going to be so cheap to make that how much money does it have to make?
Well, okay, yeah.
To even be profitable. Like, you can just make like a whole series of, like, on Disney Plus, we got a Toy Story generated AI, bunch of AI shorts that are Toy Story generated. And it just gives us money to put into the projects that we have to focus on. But it's just like revenue because it's so cheap to create. Like,
kid shows. That's what I would test it out at for sure.
Yeah.
What they need to do is bring in the Star Wars AI creators into the fold, get them in there, and just start dropping Star Wars content because it'd be better than what they've already done. That's the case in which it'd be, but it's not. But the thing is, it's not that the AI isn't just. The AI didn't wake up and just say, "Oh, let me make some Star Wars stuff." A person is putting that information in there.
But at the end of the day, somebody at Disney could just do that. Like, you should be able to do that.
I don't think they can. Because the thing is, if they could do it, they have enough money. They would have done it the traditional way. We would have better Star Wars content.
Yeah.
So like the ones that are good, they have good story writers, filmmakers like Andor. Right. I've never finished.
I need to watch the Dark Maul show.
But stuff like that that's good. So it's it's interesting. Or you can start by just showing like moments, like different moments that have happened. Like anytime you can get Darth Vader in there, I feel like they're gonna try to they're gonna find every loophole by which they can try to squeeze squeeze
every waking moment of Anakin's life. From birth
I'm
to
like,
death,
how did you squeeze out this much time frame? We had this pocket of time to work with. They created an entire show. Off of, so I would have never assumed that you would have had a whole show off the Clone Wars.
I need to see the timeline of Darth Vader's career now and see like what were you doing, because this man was working hard.
Because that always kind of bothered me. I will say between Star Wars Episode 2 and then Episode 3, that's Clone Wars, right? What the heck? How did how did he go from here to and all this happened in the middle of this, and then this is what we had in 3? But the way even he's portrayed in Clone Wars, I'm like, this came
after, This
is not. I know it came after, but like, this is not the same dude in 3. What the heck happened?
Well, one thing they did to kind of justify it was when they finally did the last episode of Clone Wars, they said that like Ahsoka leaving Jedi Order changed him.
Oh, okay.
That's the argument.
It reverted him back to his episode 2 days.
It made him darker, more emotionally repressed. Because they're saying Ahsoka lightened him up, made him more fun, made him more roguish. But when she left, he got kind of enclosed, darker.
I guess we'll go with that then. All right, so my wife has to take the car and go. We're in the garage. We still can keep going. But do you want to do the switch off to the vibe?
Yeah, let's go to the vibe. I mean, we can.
Because we can,
if we just have that audio, then you know how to hear the car now.
All right, so we're gonna go move into our vibing hour.
So this, as he pulls it up, I'm just explaining what we're doing.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what the what was the YouTube channel we used last time for that?
Some lo-fi, or I don't know. But while he's pulling that up, basically what this is the second hour where we just chill and basically not chill, write and chill, vibe and write kind of thing. So we are going to work on projects. We're going to work on writing projects. You can work whatever project you want, but we're going to work on writing projects and share them with you once they're done. But this is a chance for us to write and not procrastinate. So if you got something you're supposed to be writing, like a book, story, poetry, your memoir, or you're supposed to be editing a project you haven't edited it yet, something you're supposed to be working on, I'm supposed to be doing this, vibe coding, whatever, do it with us. We're going to work together, hold each other accountable. So drop in the chat whatever you happen to be working on, and that's what we're going to do here for an hour.
Are you still working on your
I got to finish my ghost writing project, and then I can get to work on some personal things.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get it started.
Let's go. You want to
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
The I symbol. No, yeah. After you transition over,
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay, now.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control
All right. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and that'll end out the chill vibes. Let us know in the comments what you worked on, if you were able to get some stuff done. How did were you able to get a lot done during this time frame?
Yeah, that was.
That's cool. That's good. I didn't write anything new. Like for the last time I was writing, I was actually started writing like the book essentially. I just jumped in. This time I was doing some of the prep work that I didn't start with. Yeah. So I was going through doing some outline, well, not outlining per se. I was doing more character stuff. And one of the things that I knew, which was, I know I need to do this because it's going to kind of inform how I write the rest of the story. Like I got like the scenario of how it starts set up, but I was, I need to figure out the rest of this, how these characters are working out, what their motivations are, because it won't, for me to be able to properly tell the story. So I started with, I think I told everyone last time I was doing an Alice in Wonderland story. So I started with her and started writing in to what's going on. And the whole twist that I'm doing, actually, I don't remember if I talked about this or not, but I can say the whole twist I'm doing is basically Alice in Wonderland storyline where Alice becomes the Mad Hatter. So I was working on her character stuff, and then I said, well, I also need some, I need some lore. So I think I got some cool Mad Hatter lore that I'm working on right now. So I was just running through some different ideas, and I think I might have this cool, like, I don't know, like Avatar line type situation thing going on. But yeah, so I probably will start talking about that some more as I get that a little bit more fleshed out. But I was like, ooh, this might be kind of cool.
We might need to do some TikTok clips where, one, we need to talk about what we're doing so that we can tell people, hey, come on in and, you know, write with us, all that kind of stuff. Another good idea would probably be to, like, some of our theories or hot takes, be like, if you want to debate it with us, we're going to go live.
I'll
like,
go
like
live.
Release it right before we go live and say, like, you know, you come in, debate with us, or also come in and write with us, all that kind of stuff. Or you could share some of your ideas. Like, you could read the prologue to your story or share your concept and be like, yeah, this is what I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
We're doing it on live stream. Share with us what you guys are working on, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I think that's dope. I think this is a cool idea. So I definitely can grow more. If you like this, let us know. Keep joining us. We're going to keep doing it. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and close it out for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed your time here and chilling out, hanging out with us. And we will catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Peace.